Hey, it's Lori Alvarez, and I am live right now for you. This is going to be a 30-minute conversation, really a 25-minute conversation on real estate Q&A today. Normally we do 1:30 to 2:30, and today I have a 2 o'clock obligation. So I must sign off at 2 o'clock. And I'll be back next Thursday with some other great questions. So today we're going to have 3 great questions for you, right? 1 seller question, 1 buyer question, and 1 homeowner tip question. We're going to tackle all 3 of them, give you those answers, give you those suggestions. If you have a fantastic question with regards to real estate, please feel free to comment down below. If you have a suggestion, please comment down below. Give us those great suggestions as well, because when you guys add to the conversation, it just becomes more enhanced. It's better. I love it when you participate in the conversation. So please do. So I'm going to start with my seller question first, right? Selling my house, right? I met with a great family the other day. We signed the listing agreement. Their house is going to go on the market. And we walked the property together, right? That's what we do. We walk the property and we go, oh, okay, there's some stains on the ceiling. Uh-oh, what's going on there, right? You want to know for sure what's going on there. So here's the deal, right? First and foremost, oh my gosh, you don't want to leave the stains on the ceiling. You need to be sure you paint the ceiling, right? Because a buyer's going to walk in and a buyer's going to be like, uh-oh, there's a leak. And uh-oh, I need a new roof. And there went your price down the drain, right? Literally down the drain. Because who knows how much a roof is going to cost, right? Who knows what that's going to look like, right? So they're going to automatically deduct a price from your house. Automatically. Your list price is now just dropped, however much they believe it's going to cost to put a roof on this house. So of course, a great realtor asks more questions about that. Not only just says, paint that, because we don't want to hide it. That's not what we're doing. We're addressing the issue immediately. And how are we doing that? Disclose. Okay, that's just the reality of real estate. If the house needs a new roof, fantastic. We just disclose it up front. Look, house needs a new roof. Sorry, we got to do a new roof. You need to be aware of it. So here's the deal. Right? When you're selling a house with California real estate, you need to be sure you do your disclosures and you do them correctly and appropriately and with complete knowledge of what you as a homeowner are aware of. And your realtor, Lori Alvarez, and the team, we will help you maneuver those documents. We will help you figure out how you do that, what that looks like, right? There is really 31 disclosures. Oh, and now COVID-19, right? I think they added another 5 more that we have to the sale of your house. That's just how it is, right? It's just crazy. You have to tell people so much stuff when you're selling a house. And yes, you need to tell them if you have a roof leak. You just have to tell them, right? If you repair it, fantastic. Then tell them it was repaired as well. This is when it was repaired. This is how it was repaired, right? That's all you do. That is all you do. It makes it very, 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 very easy to take care of. We're not hiding anything. No. When you work with our team, we're not hiding things. Full disclosure when you sell your house. Full disclosure, right? Because if you don't tell them, guess who's gonna tell them? The neighbor. As soon as you move in, they're gonna come running over and they're gonna be like, oh, they didn't tell you that they needed a new roof? They just had a roofer out here, right? That's what's going to happen. Just like that. They're going to run over and they're going to tell them. And then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, right? And before you know it, you're going to have a lawsuit. You're going to have challenges. No. Full disclosure right up front. Just let them know. Hey guys, by the way, we need a new roof, right? Hey guys, by the way, the air conditioning doesn't work anymore. We need a new air conditioner. Just tell them. Better yet, if you've got the money and you can do the repairs in advance, fantastic. Do the repairs, get it taken care of, and then disclose that you did that too, right? That just makes best sense. All right. So state of California, owner occupied, you've lived on the property, 31 disclosures plus the COVID docs. It's just a different world, right now. That's all it is, right? So we have additional documentation. That is why you need to hire a great realtor to help you manage all of that so that you stay out of liability, right? That you do the ethical thing when you sell your house. Just be honest, completely honest. That's it, 100%. So on the other end of that, right, here's our buyer question for you, our buyer question. And of course, always verify the information. Make sure that it's accurate to the state that you're in. I have friends all over the world and you can be in a different state, right? So this information may not be accurate to where you're at. I'm in California, right? So it's accurate to today, this conversation at this time, and things change, right? So always verify that information. Verify it with the professional of your choice. Make that us, Lori Alvarez and team. I'm Lori, right? Okay. Buyer question, repairs. Of course, we're going to have a buyer question about repairs, right? That's the reality of it because we just talked about seller disclosures and repairs. We're going to talk about buyers' concerns. Just recently did a home inspection on one of our properties that our buyer is buying the property, right? The buyer is buying the property. We do the home inspection. We have a fantastic home inspector that we work with. We've been working with him for 12 years now. He's an amazing team. We love working with them. Okay. And so with that said, I swear to you, every single one of his home inspections says grading, right? Grading. What is grading, Lori? What does that mean, right? So simply put, grading is the real estate, the dirt around your house, the concrete around your house, and the direction that everything flows when it hits that. Like water, liquid, hits that. What direction does everything flow? Okay? That's just it. Simply put, right? What is grading? Here you go. Here's the technical term, right? Home inspectors tend to talk a lot about grading around the house and its implications. What is grading? Well, we aren't talking about red pins and gold stars. Simply put, the grade or grading around your house is the level of the ground, right? The ground level and how it's graded is deciding factor of where the water will flow, right? That's pulled directly from usinspect.com. So here's the deal. Grading, okay? Grading. Buyers, the grading is wrong. Your home inspection comes back and boy, it's 40 pages long and you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck did I just buy? You're a little overwhelmed now by it, right? Because that's just the reality. Real estate can be a little overwhelming, right? Just home ownership in itself can be a little overwhelming. So you get it in. Well, guess what? You get to do 3 things when you receive your home inspection. One, you got to pay for the home inspection and it's non-refundable here in the state of California. And it can range anywhere from $250 to $500, $700, $800. Just depends on how big the house is and all the amenities that the house has. Okay. And 2, you pick your home inspector. You do. We have a fantastic one that we've been working with forever. We recommend them. We trust them. And you have the choice to pick your home inspector. And then number 3, you review the home inspection once it comes in. Can you be present at it? Sure can. right? Then you review it, and then you go to the grading section and you go, oh my gosh. And so by that time, you should have received the seller's disclosures, so you can review the seller's disclosures. And by that time, you'll have reviewed seller's disclosures, you'll have your home inspection, and you'll get to sit down and you'll talk with your professional realtor, Lori Alvarez, and you'll say, what do I do? And we negotiate. That's what we do, right? That's just the reality of it. We just negotiate. Or we move on. We say, forget it. This house is a disaster area. We're not buying it. And we cancel. We just say it's a wash. We've paid for the home inspection and we're going to let it go because $450, $500 is way cheaper than a $500, $600, or $700 or $800, $900,000 mistake, right? It's just the reality of it. Okay. And then you say, no, I still really want this house. All right. Then we're up to negotiating. You can ask the seller to do the repairs. And in the state of California, real estate is sold as is. So they don't have to. There are only a few things the seller is required to do, right? Smoke detectors, carbon monoxide, also water heater strapped correctly. There's just a few things the seller is required to do. Anything above and beyond that is because the seller chooses to do it, right? So the reality is you then negotiate. You just negotiate. You decide what makes best sense for you and your purchase. You're going to decide that. You're going to be like, okay, this is what I need to do, or this isn't what I need to do. Then you're going to submit it to the seller. The seller is going to review it, and the seller is going to say yes or no or counter. And that's fantastic, right? It's a fantastic response. And sometimes they're reasonable responses. I have a seller who is stubborn as heck, right? I'm not representing them. I'm representing the buyer. And we're like, oh my gosh, lady, you do not realize all the deferred maintenance you have on this house, right? So that's where you are with it. And you decide as the buyer what makes best sense for you. If you choose to have the repairs done, you're letting the seller make that decision generally on who's going to do the repairs. Okay. Or you can choose to just have a credit or a price reduction on the house. And then if the seller's agreeable to any of those terms, fantastic. We move on and go right to close of escrow. It's great news, right? Fantastic news. So with that said, it's homeowner tip time, right? It is homeowner tip time. And let's address a question from Hasina. She has a great question. What is your take on them leaving no appliances? Oh yeah, we were just negotiating that, right? You know what? It's really up to the buyer. If there's great value for the buyer in those appliances and you want those appliances, then, you know, as we know, right, it's up to our buyer. From the seller perspective, I just recently went through that where one of my sellers was like, had this amazing stove, and it was totally gourmet. And she was like, I am not leaving it. Okay. You're not leaving it. Fantastic. They put a different stove in place of it, and the buyer accepted that. And I, as the listing agent, was full disclosure in the beginning, right? They're not leaving it. It's not included. So you need to price that out when you write your offer, right? That's it. Be aware of it because you're not getting it. Fantastic. No reason to worry about that. Okay. Fantastic information. So that would be my suggestion with regards to no appliances, right? You just need to give full disclosure, Hasina. Work through that part. So last thing, homeowner tip. Here it is, right? Homeowner tip, right? Grading of property. I just talked about it. It's so big. It's on every home inspection I see. Okay, guys, the grading of your property. You're going to put concrete in your house, right? You're going to put concrete all around your house. Fantastic. That's great. It enhances your property. It makes it so much cleaner, right? Just feels good, right? It's also needs to make sure it has drainage. It needs to make sure it's sloping away from the house and out to the streets, right? You got to make sure it's done correctly. You want to make sure that it doesn't come to the level of the bottom of the home where there's that little net down below that lets your house air out, right? You got to make sure you do that too. So I'm going to encourage you, when you do concrete or you put in flower plants or flower beds against your home, okay? Water line, protect them. Add drainage. Do what you need to do, because water and concrete, water and a house that come together as one over time is really, really bad for the value of your property and will cause deterioration over time. Okay. So make sure you do wise decisions by hiring someone who actually knows what they're doing. And you all want to do it yourself, DIY. That's cool, right? That's cool. Do your research. Talk to some people. Our real estate family, we call them our real estate family. We help them make wise decisions, right? I have clients that text me all the time. They've closed on their house. They bought their house. They're like, you know what? I want to get rid of one of the bathrooms. What is that going to do for me? We have that conversation. We provide those opportunities. So grading is everything on your house. Homeowners, when you own your home, make sure you're grading when you're going to address it, because sooner or later you will address it. You need to just improve your property over time as you have it, right? You just need to do that. So make sure your grading is going away from the building, the structure, right? It leaves the land and it goes out to the street and drains away from your house, your structure, right? You do not want it sitting and puddling right up next to the house. Oh, it will cause you so much heartache. It will cost you so much money, and it will do deterioration to your property. Okay. Want to make sure that you address that right away. How do you know you have grading issues? Well, run the hose. Just run it. Turn it on. Run the hose. See where the water goes. Follow the drainage line. See, does it flow towards my house or does it flow away from my house? I had one that we just closed on recently where the water was huge torrential rain and the water just started running and draining right into his garage because his door wasn't properly sealed. And guess what? All of the real estate, the land on the property went right to that garage door. And before you knew it, his garage was flooded. So pay attention to where the drainage is going, where the water flow is going, because where it goes is where it'll end. Does that make sense? Right? Make sure you hire a fantastic real estate team that can help guide you in your real estate decisions, whether you're buying, selling, investing, and keeping your home. We have all the resources for you. You can tune in to our podcast, right? We have Real Estate with Soul, the podcast. You can download that. It's a free download, and we upload every other week, and we have great informative conversations there on how to buy, sell, invest, and what to do with home ownership, right? Because there's so many people that get a house and then you're like, what do I do next? I don't know. Well, we tell you what to do next. We help you with that. We keep you informed. That's what we're here for, right? We just love to support you in your real estate journey. So I'm Lori Alvarez. And of course I said earlier, right? You've always got to verify this information. Talk to your local professional in your area. We're in California and we would love to help you. I'm Lori Alvarez. I'm a licensed realtor right here in the state of California. And of course, you can always get me right here on my Facebook page, my YouTube page, right? My number is 909-227-4196. And you can download us, listen to us, and then subscribe to our weekly email as well. We give amazing homeownership tips there, and buy, sell tips and investment tips and money tips too, right? Because you can't buy real estate without money. So we help you with that as well. Thanks again. I'm Lori Alvarez. Check out our blog, check out our website. That's at lorialvarez.net. See you next Thursday, and we'll be back to our regular schedule of 1:30 to 2:30. If you have any real estate questions, don't hesitate to post them here. Thanks again. Have a fantastic day.